Hey guys, you already know who this is, your girl Whitney for Whitney Escapes, and we're back for another book discussion. So tonight we will have Sedona, and our book is, let me pull it up, I know I gotta make sure I read this right. Close to You. So for no further ado, please bring her on.
Hello.
Hey Sedona, Rose. I just
Hi.
said your first name. I didn't even say Rose. My apologies.
No, you're fine.
Welcome
Thank
to
you for
Whitney
having
Escapes
me. I
Book
appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So I'm gonna give a little backstory how I met Sedona at the house party. I read her work previously because I know I'll be looking at all the authors who go to the events. I always like to read everybody's work before I go so I can have something to talk about. I just feel like that's proper etiquette.
Hmm.
And Sedona was there and she was lovely, very kind,
Thank
nice.
you.
And I said, "Hey, you want to come on my podcast?" She was like, "Sure." And look at she's here.
I'm
So
here and I'm so
thank
happy.
you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Thank you for even thinking of me to come on your podcast. Cause y'all house party, even though it was fun, I was the only writer there that was unknown.
Hmm.
I will say that. A lot of people didn't know who I was when I was there. So just being in the atmosphere of people that I like, I love, basically love. And like I said, I do YouTube too. I'm K Reads on YouTube. So half of the list that were there, I basically kind of already knew because I did interviews with them.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool to like see them in person, but also meet new readers as well, and my OG readers too. So yeah.
See that, guys? See why I say read from everybody who's going to be at the event. Because
Hmm.
then, like, Sedona wasn't new to me. I just never met her face to face, but I read her work because I went through the list of everybody who's going to be there. And I bought a book from her, had her sign, take a cute picture together because we was cutesy.
Sure.
And but it's so important. Like she's a new one of the hashtag happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Today she is celebrating 4 years.
4 years, yeah. Four.
See how God works. Congratulations.
Thank
But
you.
guys, you see how if you see authors, maybe your favorite author, but there's other authors, I just think it's proper etiquette to read everybody's work. I know everybody's busy in time, but just try. I don't care. Find out about them because when I went up to her, I knew who she was. I was like, oh, I know exactly who she is because I read some of her works. And that also will make her feel more comfortable. And we have more authors who look like us.
Hmm.
So thank you. So tell everybody about yourself, Sedona.
So I am 33. I'm born and raised in South Carolina, so I'm a country girl at heart. Um, what else about me? I love Marvel. I am a collector of Funko Pops. I have over about 20 in my room as of right now, as we speak. Um, I basically collect them just to collect them, and then like starting over, realizing how many I was collecting, how much it was. I decided to get one for every book that I finished.
Hmm.
So I just finished my newest book, and I legit just brought one on Friday. So yeah, so that I'm an anime girly. I am a sports head. I love football. Go Panthers! Even though we lost today badly. Um, and that's really about it. No kids. I'm single. I'm a proud bisexual, and that's really about it.
Okay, girl. Girl, if y'all know somebody you can hook her up, this could be a dating show too now. Don't
Hello.
we could put it out there.
Hello.
And she writes about love.
I do. I do. I
And
have 8 books out right now, and then I just finished my ninth one, and then I am actually going to start working on my 10th one this week.
see, she moving, y'all. Y'all gotta catch up. I read a couple of hers. And find out, everybody, the book that she chose for us to read was her first book she ever published.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I for now even feel even better. Come on. Ooh. We started with her. Now we like locked in because we started from the beginning. And since she has 8 books, we can catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta see how many. I think I read 2 or 3 already, so I can catch up. But she did as this pick close to you. Tell us what made you how you come up with the concept of close to you.
Okay, so I tell people this all the time, and some people don't believe me. I actually there's one scene in the book where, if you spoiler alert, the fight scene with Michelle and her stepdad. That actually came to me in a dream. Yeah, out of nowhere, it came to me in a dream, and I just wrote it, and I sent it to one of my close friends, and she was like, "Keep writing." So I basically, little by little, kept writing it, And then during COVID, I finally got a fire and I finally got into Kindle Unlimited. I've never read, that was my first time ever reading anything by Black indie authors. My
Hmm.
best friend actually put me on Nicole Falls, and reading her work, she is basically the reason why Sedona Rose is even here.
Wow, Nicole
Because
Small, she's been on here. She's a sweetheart.
yeah, so if she basically, and she knows this because me and Nicole locked in, but yeah, so basically reading her work and then just reading other and realizing that I could do it too, I was like, why not? So I started writing it, and then I got signed with an indie publisher at the time, and they wanted me to be done with the book by like January of 2021. So I spent all day New Year's Eve, which was 16 hours, me and my laptop in my room, and I finished like midnight New Year's. Well, I'm sorry, the day before New Year's Eve. So I spent December 30th basically all day writing it, and I finished at like 6 o'clock that morning, New Year's Eve. Finished it when I hit the end.
Wow. And look at you
Yeah,
now.
I was. Yeah, I was very focused on finishing that book. I said I was going. I was like, I'm finishing this book by the end of that year, and I finished it. So I was very happy about that.
Well, it was a great book. I
Thank
just
you.
can't believe that scene, and it's not spoiler work because everybody on here should have read the book. That's
Yes,
the whole
please. I hope
point of
so.
having a book discussion. You can't discuss a book that you have not read.
Yeah, that's true.
So please make sure you have read the book because I have a problem telling all the juicy stuff because you should have read the book. So we have the main character Michelle
Hmm.
and her boo thing Anthony. Ah, you had me so when I saw senior year. I said, oh, I love the young love. I love new young old, but I just love love. But my favorite is young love because I just feel like the innocent of it all, like
Hmm.
really exploring yourself. Now, old, older love is cute. I love love, period. But when
Yeah,
you're young, you're pure. You know what I'm saying? You make mistakes,
yeah.
you try to figure out how to, navigate. You could kind of mold each other a little bit. You're not stuck in your ways. So when I saw that it was her scene, I was like, oh, I knew the book was gonna be good. I was like, this is
Hmm.
gonna be such a good book because it already started out on the right note for me.
Hmm. Yeah.
And but it has so much drama for this young girl to go through. Like, come on,
Going
tell me. I
through
know
a
that came
lot.
through your dream, but tell me why all this drama.
So Michelle is loosely based on me when it comes to the mother aspect, but for me, it's the father aspect. I have no communication with my biological father at all. So I wanted to express, you know how some writers basically kind of say every book is basically about their life. I kind of wanted to express that basically about me, but
Hmm.
through her. Now I didn't go through all the stuff Michelle went through. I will say that. Did not go through all that stuff. But I will say much some of it of like not feeling wanted and basically kind of just being left, I say like, left abandoned, even though she had Rocky, she had Isaac, she had Anthony's family and her friends. But she still wanted that motherly love. And the only person that actually gave her that parental love was her father, even though he passed away.
Hmm.
So, at the end of the day, Michelle, she told her mom how she felt, and then she ended ties with her. And sometimes you kind of need that. Sometimes you need to break away from either, no matter how old you get, you sometimes you really need to break away from toxic relationships. And sometimes that toxic relationships could be your parents.
Girl, you ain't lying. When they say love people from a distance,
Yeah.
I agree. Sometimes you have to love people from a distance. And I like sometimes, even prayer, like, oh, pray for this person. You could pray all day, but if you're not a willing, open soul, God can't help you because that's why
That's
He gives
right.
you free will. He's not forcing anybody to want Him.
Yeah.
Either you want the Lord, you want to know Jesus or not. So if God's not even doing, how can we do it as human beings when He's our Father? So I totally get severing times with people who ain't good for you and then
Hmm.
toxicity. Like I'm like, I love you. I wish you the best, but she was so mature at a young age, but she been through so much. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
was like, girl, I feel for you. But I love that she was still so open to love.
Yeah.
Even from Rocky but Rocky, hashtag, let's talk about Rocky for a minute here.
Okay.
Rocky, I love Rocky
I'm
because
glad you do.
I really did. Because Michelle, from if I read the story, her she was raped
Hmm.
or
She was
attempted
she's about to get raped. Yeah.
attempted rape because her mom. Because I was like, first of all, let me put this to you, Sedona. I was like, what happened? Because I knew you was talking a lot, but you didn't tell us what was going on. Because I'm like, what? Because I'm like, I need to know why she acting like this. Some juicy's popping off, but I don't know what the juicy part is. I couldn't wait to figure out when she's gonna tell us because remember she had the nightmares. We still didn't know she had nightmares, and we gotta go back to therapy. So I was like, okay, how did she give her Rocky? Like I kept trying to figure out how she got Rocky, but to find out that she worked for Rocky, and all this traumatic things happened to her, and she called Rocky, and Rocky came. I just thought that was just so beautiful that she knew, and I think she wasn't working for Rocky that long.
No, she wasn't. Mm-mm.
I think it was like 2 months or something like that.
It was about 2 months that she started working, and during that time, Michelle basically raising herself at that time.
Exactly. So she get
that's
arrested.
why she got the job in the first place.
Girl, and then, so I had to give Rocky a hashtag because for somebody who don't even know this child, don't have your own kids, she's successful, but she called you and you showed up. Took you into her own home. Be like, you don't have to worry about this. We're gonna make everything good for you. Got her turned. It was just that to me shows the character of the person. Rocky needs a story, hashtag if she doesn't already have a story.
She doesn't.
Rocky and Coach needs a story. So you need to where's your notepad? I'm about to tell you everybody who you need to be writing stories about. Rocky and Coach need a story. But does a brother and Aaron have a story together?
So here's the thing about that. Aaron and Jarrell was actually the first story / writing I've ever did.
Because I feel like I read their story.
So you did not read their story. Their story is not out, but I love them so much that I put some of the unpublished work, and I believe I still have that document that I started writing into it. Because actually, it was going to be Aaron and Jarrell. Anthony is in that book. Michelle's not even in that book. And then I was going to do a spinoff with Anthony and Michelle then. But Anthony and Michelle basically kept talking to me, and Rocky and Jarrell wasn't talking to me. So I just went with them. So
girl, I feel like I know. I'm like, yo, I know the story. Like, I feel like I'm like, did she write this story already? I was like, so like, I'm like, I feel like I know the story. So therefore, hashtag that needs to come out. Their story. They all need a freaking story. I really feel like because, guys, y'all know how I go on my tangent. I'm about to go on one, so y'all used to it by now. I feel like Rocky and Coach need a story, which will be really good. I know Aaron and the brother needs a story, and Anthony and Michelle needs a story with all their friends. And why they're going, because remember, everybody's technically right next to each other in college.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Salmon, Morgan, what school they go to? Someone is there.
They go to Zara.
Zara, everybody right there. Like that's like 5 different stories that could be right there. And as they go to college, because you could still like talk about Mike and his girl, but we're still talking about because I don't know who did this. I can't think of the author right now, but I think it's Nia, author Nia. I wonder how she's doing. Hashtag I gotta reach out to her. Where multiple people are talking in the story. You can do that with this. And I think it will be phenomenal. I really think it'll be amazing. And I would definitely appreciate if you did do that because I would definitely read it. But the college stories and like friends, like it's like interrelationships, that'll be so freaking dope. That could be like a freaking Twilight type joint. Like it could be really
I didn't even think about that. So side note, Rocky and Coach are
you better write these notes.
They're mentioned in I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Okay.
2 of the main characters, Zaylee and Kyrie. Zaylee is friends with Rocky, and Kyrie is co-workers and basically best friends with Coach. So they're in this book. They're only mentioned a little bit. They're getting, and Isaac is basically reposing to Rocky.
So they need a story. We need a backtrack. How they met, how all that. Now they engaged. Like at least the first 2 to 4 chapters could be like the backtrack story.
Okay, I'm writing this down. I'm writing it down. I got my pen.
You need to write this down. I'm telling you, girl. So y'all know I'll be doing this. So y'all shouldn't be acting. Now y'all see how I be acting behind the scenes. I'll be texting like, "This is what you did at me." If I'm wrong, let me know. But I'm
No,
like,
you're fine.
Rocky and them needs to. We need a backstory. Then ties into that book where they're engaged. Then their new story. Perfect. Like absolutely perfect. Aaron and the brother needs. We need to actually have a story because that was already in your spirit. You just gotta
Yeah, that was.
follow through with them, and then you could kind of talk more about the hot mess ex that he couldn't get rid of, like get back into that, the prologue or whatever. Talk about that, and then bring us back up to current. Then who else? And then you got to do the trilogy with all like the college. It's still like so. It should be like definitely Anthony Michelle, but in their like story, the freshman year they talk about another relationship like Marcus and whatever because they're new too.
Oh
So
yeah.
background of them, and then Mikey, like everybody, and he was doing this, like that'd be so freaking. Follow them, and then somebody got to break up, and somebody got to get back together. Maybe intertwine a new character, but it should follow them through high school. Through college, and we still know everything that goes on with Michelle and Anthony because they could still be the main one, but it's like stories within a story.
Yeah, stories and stories.
That'll be so freaking. I'm just saying back to the main story, but I just think that
you got me thinking. You got me thinking.
Girl, I'm just saying that's like 20 books right there. Like,
yeah,
and they probably all gonna start talking to you after this podcast.
More likely.
They'll be like, "Girl, she ain't lying. We've been trying to tell you, you need to write more about us." I think that would be amazing. But back to this good story that we all enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed just as much as I did, readers. But so I loved everything about the story. I don't like the tragedy stuff, but I understood why you did that. You know what I mean? It made sense for the story. But I didn't like Eva. She don't need to be in a new story. She need to get like she was annoying me.
Oh, Eva.
Annoying. I'm like, first of all, you hot in the pants when you left Anthony, and then the same day you with another player, and then you on top of something to him. Like you was saying to yourself, but you must have had sex with her. First of all, don't be up in their business. You left him for somebody else, and now he back off for the summer. Now you want to be with him. I also love how Anthony had a crush on her, and she didn't know he had a crush on her. Michelle, which I thought was the cutest freaking thing ever. He's like, "Y'all was that crushing you?" I love how every time they got together, they were like giddy but confident.
Yeah,
that was the cutest little thing. Like, yeah, they're like, oh my god, but then like, yeah, we cool. I loved it. I love their like romance. I love how in the story you took a while before you told us what happened in the summertime. We knew something happened in the summertime. Yeah. I loved how you kept on playing around with that and the trauma from her life, but kind of put us in present day. But then they like kind of bring us to what happened. Yeah, how
Thank you.
I enjoyed that because you kept me like on suspense. I'm like, something happened. What are you doing?
And that was the plan. I didn't want to basically like go out like straight out and like this is what happened to Michelle. Boom, boom, boom. I kind of wanted to bring the tension up. So when we did basically hear the entire story of what she told Anthony in Houston, he was there for it. Like even he knew something because like I said it was a rumor going around the school of what happened, but only a certain amount of people knew. Rocky, Coach. And that was it. And in her best friend, and two of her best friends, that was it. So basically, I wanted Anthony to be like, I know something happened, but I'm not going to pressure her into telling me until she's ready to tell me. And when she did tell him, he was right there, still there, very supportive. And with Eva, I think we all in like high school, we all know a girl like Eva. Who thought she was hot shit.
We still know these haters.
Basically, who think she was hot shit, basically knew that she had the star athlete, but at the same time, he wasn't going the pace that she wanted to go. Mm-hmm. So she left him, and then when she realizes that he's on to somebody else, i.e. Michelle, she wants it back.
And that's why she lost him. And I love that he was like, oh, I think you said you were saving it to marriage. She goes, no, I was saving it for someone special.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, you might Anthony. You was not that special one.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not saving it for marriage because if I was, then it would happen. But I'm saving it for someone special. And Michelle was special. Was basically I was more attracted to her as far as just friendship, and then we grew into something than just physical.
Yeah, and I loved how everybody knew that he had a crush on her. Like all his friends, like you better go get your girl. You better not like
Except
fumble this
her,
ball.
yeah.
That was like, cause that's really how dudes are. I'm like, I mean, dudes are good, but they are so like that. And I'm like, that was so freaking cute, and I loved it. Like how his friends were like, "Yo, you know that's your dream girl." Like,
Yeah,
don't.
his friends were very supportive, and I love that. And I also like the fact that, like I said, like even though Michelle had, her insecurities, Anthony had his insecurities too. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because Anthony, like I said, star player, straight A student, but at the same time, everybody thought he was going in the direction of his brother. Everybody thought that. So you had that pressure on. And then with him liking Michelle, on top of liking Michelle, he thought that, okay, I'm this big time athlete, popular dude. And then he sees Michelle and like, okay, she's very quiet to herself. She's friendly, but she's not, I don't think that she can handle the popularity that I bring. So
Yeah,
that's why he kind of played the back burner all those years until he actually got a chance to actually be like, okay, senior year, I see her, I want her, let's see where it goes.
exactly. And that also brings us to my next thing, which had nothing to do with what we're gonna talk about, but I'm bringing it up anyways. For the book with them, you can put that in there because remember he said in the book, "Hey, when we go to college, they're gonna be all up on me. Make sure you write that in the college thing." And that's how they got into a fight because he literally told her that. Don't be surprised. And she's like, "Cocky, aren't you?" Like that was cute when she said that. But I just thought when he said that, I'm like, "Yo, that could go in a new book." Because he
Yeah.
literally talked about how everybody will be on him because he's gonna be the star dude at this big school and stuff like that. And then now he realized how she's popular. Now that's conflict because now she got her logo.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's the opposite. So that's like you see how girl write these notes because we need to put all this stuff in this book because you literally set yourself up for the next book. You put every like conflict. Like, he thought that he had to worry about everybody being like girls going on him, but now everybody want a piece of her.
Mm-hmm.
She's gifted and talented, and then she probably get more confident, feeling herself a little bit. We could act like that's the case, even though not. But he could perceive it like she's feeling. Cause now she's
Yeah.
so everybody need her to do these designs. She's a cake person. She's trying to figure herself out. Girl, you so many ways you could go with that story, but y'all should know what I'm talking about if y'all read the book. So I'm not taking it off course. I'm just using what she put in epilogue, so she kind of set herself up for the next book. I'm just saying. I think that would be good.
You got me thinking, bro, because I really didn't think that I could do multiple books with them like that.
Girl,
But
you
the fact
absolutely could.
now you got me thinking. Now you got me thinking for 2026 for real. That definitely go. They definitely gonna go on the list for 2026.
There could be a whole trilogy. Really think about it. I love books. I love books that they grow
Mm-hmm.
because I'm invested. I tell people I don't like novellas. I don't mind novella if it's like if I already read like all the books and you just kind of want to, hey, holiday.
Yeah.
But I feel like characters have so much depth, and unfortunately, I feel like in our community, I say this to a lot of authors that we just cut them off. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, they said they're together. Yes, I tell everybody I love happy endings. I want everybody to have a baby and get married at the end of the story. I would love that. But I tell people, as a married woman, I'm like, no one writes for us either. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, they're together. Now what? You might find a book here and there. I think Kimberly Brown did a book like that. And I'm like, oh, yes, finally, somebody's listening. It'd just be like one book. No one ever thinks about, okay, you have these great characters. Everybody loves them. Why not say where they are now? Let
Yeah.
them go through real trials and tribulations or whatever at the marriage and still be like, I don't know if I want to be with you anymore. Kenny Ryan kind of did that in her the Kenny Ryan since that just went out. She kind of did that in her books. But I'm like, people act like we don't break up or we don't go through trials. Maybe we mad at each other, but we still together. You know what I mean? Like they're still loving that. Like you or realize, I still love this person. He gets on my last, but no one writes like that.
Christina C. Jones has a book like that. I think it's maybe next time.
Oh, girl, she probably do. There's a couple of authors. I feel like
Well,
all
let
her.
me look and see. I know I have that book somewhere.
I love Christina C. Jones.
Oh, I love her too.
Because you see how she got the whole university, the town.
Yeah.
Girl, this is what you could do with Anthony and girl.
It's maybe this. Yes, maybe next time. I think that book is about marriage and distress. I believe the female character served the male character divorce papers and he refused to sign them.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
She know one. But I told her, because I be telling them all. I tell everybody. Because I'm like, y'all know I read. I see her at everything. She is a sweetheart. And
She
I love
is
she
the
was Whitney. When
sweetest,
I saw that you did that pre-order, I was so happy
the
because I
sweetest.
like, I haven't seen you in a minute. I said, girl, I'll be busy. But I'm glad you was looking out for me.
Yeah.
And but it's so true. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, we everybody, okay, now you got the person, that's it. You have people who are in relationships who probably want to read stuff about them. Like I love real love, but I've been in my relationship for forever. So I'm
Yeah.
like, well, maybe I should write about my life. Everybody told me I should do it. I'm not doing it because I'm too
And
busy.
see, with me, because I'm not married, I'm very skeptical on doing marriage, like marriage in distress, because like I don't want to be like unrealistic when it comes to that, but at the same time, like maybe I need to talk to some married people to be like, okay, so how do you guys handle situations? So I might really need to do that because I've been thinking about doing that for a minute, but I've just been scared because like, Chicago, you're not married, so
Girl, people talk about a lot of stuff they ain't in. Most of these black books, if you look, I work at a school and I worked at the library on my regular job, not the business.
yeah.
And I tell everybody, but I had my library director, she changed the whole library because of conversation we had together.
Oh,
Because it was
well,
Black History Month. So what y'all want me to do? Come on, a black person up in here just as a joke. Love them. But she goes, no, but you know, I think I said, yeah, but I said, what I realized is, and this was on my own education for myself when I was doing this whole project for them,
uh-huh.
is that most books that are saying about black authors, they're not.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
illustrators are usually black and the
uh-huh.
writers are white, but people don't
Yeah,
do that research. And so that means a lot of white people, Asian people, I found out, even Africans, you're not African American, you're from Africa or foundational African. You have a different background, which is fine. But most of them, all our books that we think are from by us, for us, are the authors are not one of us.
that's true.
So therefore, you can write a book of whatever you want to write a book about. Pray about it, ask your friends, watch what you think would happen. Say if you were married, how would you respond in this situation?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And because everybody's going to respond differently because we're all individuals. The key is how do they make that work after that response?
Got you. Yeah, that's true.
That's the key. That has to be realistic. Like you can even right now, I tell people what's horrible about social media. If I said, you know, Siri's listening to me right now, if I be like, I hate my husband, he never does anything. I could go right on freaking Instagram and then I have a post when husbands don't do anything. Like
Yeah, that's true.
you get 1,000 things.
Is crazy.
Yeah, you don't get 1,000 things about how
Mm-hmm.
husbands are lazy. You know what I'm saying? Say if you said, you know, my wife doesn't cook. I need some. Then he'll get something about all women who freaking
Yep.
there's so many like-minded people. So everybody's going to think differently. What matters to people don't always aren't the same. Like even with me, I learned this with my husband, and he's so funny, so cute to me. So before we both did a love language test,
Aw.
and our both was quality time. Both our was quality time, but our minds changed, and quality
Mm.
time was second, but mine changed to active service.
Okay.
And I said that makes sense because I'm busy.
Yeah.
So now, because you know I'm at work, I have a business, our kids are getting older, they got some stuff going on, making sure my husband get now, like, okay, I would love to spend time with you, but I'd rather you do take something off my plate, like something else
Mm-hmm.
I have to do. But doesn't mean I'm not the same person. It's just things changed a little bit. You know what I mean? And he was like, so now he's like, babe, what you need me to do for you today? I'm like, you listen, you heard me. You actually heard me. I don't know, but things I don't know because I can't think. And then he'd be like, yo, you've been working too much. Stick your behind down somewhere. I said, you know what? I think I should do that right now. But we all changing and evolving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like, and the key is most of the time people just want to know that they heard.
Yeah, that's true.
Like all just because he asked me what, and I couldn't think of nothing for him to do, but I just love that he's like, yo, what do you need me to do for you today?
I love that.
That was the sweetest thing you said to me. Like, not forever. So when you write, whatever you write, it just has to be realistic and your point of view. What matters to you because you're so individual. Now, how you probably view something versus how I view something as a married woman. You could be a married woman. I have married woman friends and some stuff they say like, never, I could never. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're all individuals. So just go with whatever your heart tells you. And as long as they come back together and they happy at the end, I'm happy. I'll read it. I'll read
Period.
it and give my honest feedback. I tell everybody I give my honest feedback because I don't feel like I'm doing you a service if I'm messing up. And
Yeah.
authors who know, I'll have a so many side conversation with people like, let me tell you what. They're like, you're right. I'm gonna switch you. I'm like, I think you should.
And I
And
love, and like I said, and I think that even though I'm only 4 years old with it, I still need that. Like, I need the feedback. And sometimes like, it's sad to say right now because I don't know if you've been seeing the controversy with a lot of readers or getting on some authors about how, like, I saw this one TikTok earlier about how this girl thinks that a lot of urban writers don't build character development.
call personal opinion.
And I was like, sure, but I'm like, what? Like, in my head, I'm like, what books have you been reading that don't do that?
Some authors don't, but like I had one author on here and I told her, I said, you missed a pivotal opportunity in the book you wrote. Her book was good. But her sequel and how she went, I'm like, you missed it. Like you missed the freaking mark.
Mm,
Like it could have that book could have been something told, and everybody who read it thought the same thing. I said, but the key is, which I don't like, is you have to be honest with the author.
yeah.
And that's why I tell people come here free. And I told you, so what do I said? It's not gonna be no question. It's literally gonna be a discussion. This is my opinion. That's why I told
Mm,
people, anybody who part of this book club who watched me know. I said, this is my opinion. Don't judge me. I don't judge you. Like I don't drink.
I
But
don't either.
I said people who do drink judge me because I don't drink. But I don't judge you because you drink. That's your
Yes.
business. But it's crazy how people do things. Like if you're not a writer and if you can't say character development, what books are you reading? Are you reading like novellas? Are you reading
Exactly.
like what are you reading and by who? And if you feel like you like an author, why don't you just DM them? Because most of them will reply back or say something, say what you. Hey, Sedona Rose, I read this book. I really enjoyed it, but I just felt like blah blah blah. And you can be like, well, thank you for reading. I'm gonna take that feedback into
Mhm.
consideration
That's
and
it.
then keep it moving. But I don't like when people go blasting people because I even told some authors like I don't like your cover. Your covers don't match the description. Like people like, well, you crazy. But I never go on here publicly and do that. Like, why would you be bashing a whole group of authors off of how many have you read? Are you
Yeah.
reading? Let me see your Goodreads and your reading catalog. Because if you only read 5 books this year, shut the heck up and stop hating on a whole genre of people. And also understand every author is not your author. Like I don't like eroticas. I tell
That's
people
it.
I don't like reading those. I have some because I supported authors that I met. Like even at
Yeah.
house, some of them she was like, I was like, I'll just get it because I'm supporting you. She goes, oh, thank you, boo. I don't like a lot of ghetto fiction, if you know what I'm talking about, like love romance. I don't like hood. Not ghetto, I'm gonna say like hood.
Mhm.
I don't like if everybody has to I don't like stories, which I read some of them and I tell people they're good, but I don't like struggle stories.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of struggle romance. Like, why do everybody have to be from the hood? Why do the guy who had money had to be like his parents was drug lords, and then now he's turning good? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why I love Christina Jones because all her people are regular freaking people, tattoo artists, cooks, florists. You know what I'm saying? I'm like contractors.
Yeah.
Yes, you got a little gangster in there too because that's a part of our culture. But I don't like when the books are all of that. If all your
Yeah.
stuff is about somebody in the streets or the projects or drugs, illegal money and stuff like that, that's not that could be a part of the story because definitely we all know people who
Hmm.
have been in that situation in our lives. But your whole I don't want to read somebody's whole catalog,
Got you.
and that's all I'm reading. You know what I'm
Yeah, that
saying?
makes sense.
Because you got to have a friend who ain't from the streets. Like it
Yeah.
can't be everybody from the streets or somebody even they from the streets. One person have like I'm gonna go the right way out. It might be harder, but I'm gonna go this way. Or
Hmm.
somebody can make pies. Boom, like how we have rock. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
it don't always gotta be illegal or somebody on a pole or I'm like I don't like that because I feel like how they do us on TV. I don't want to read that too because
Got
anything
you.
that's good and positive about black people get canceled when it's on TV.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So the only time we can get it is from someone like you, Sedona Rose, because
I
you write
appreciate
it.
it. Thank
And that's
you.
why I tell people I love to support my black writers. And everybody always say, what do you like to read? I said black romance. What is that? Exactly what I said. Black romance. The author's usually black. Well, what's the difference? I said it's culture.
Yeah,
That's just the difference. It's like Hallmark, but for black people.
basically.
AKA me. It's love. I can relate. I understand a sister. Even like how um the brother, he's an NFL player, you know what I'm saying? But the father's a coach. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, that can happen, but everybody in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like the story, but he's talented, but now he wants to be a doctor. Like his dreams are something different. Every athlete don't want to go to the NFL.
yeah, that's true.
So that's why I really enjoyed your story. We have a baker, we have the coach. Oh, I love the mama. I love Mama Morgan. Oh my
I
gosh, she
love
is so funny
Morgan.
to
That's
me.
right, dog.
I loved her. You know what I'm saying? I love how Michelle want to be a graphic designer, but she also do bacon. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just, oh, yeah, she had to struggle, but her dad's put money aside from her. She was
Hmm.
talented. She had people to come support her. And I'm like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna go to college. Everything wasn't negative, 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 negative. Or she needed somebody to kind of push her up. She got the academic side because she was smart. She worked hard. We are so a diverse and onion as a community,
Basically, yeah. Everything is different layers for sure.
different layers. So when people say stuff like that on TikTok or whatever, I'm like, well, who are you reading? I can send you plenty of authors who develop their freaking characters. Some
Yeah,
of them, yes, but that's in every genre,
yeah, facts.
every race.
Even in urban fiction, you have a lot of characters that are like developed. A lot of them don't
Exactly.
stay in the stay with the drug money that long. Sometimes they want to get out of it, and some of them do get out of it. So I don't know. I just thought, like I said, just the discourse that I've been seeing lately. Like I said, I see it and then I'm like, whatever, because I got other stuff to do.
Exactly.
I
I
got to
don't pay
work.
attention
I
to
got
it.
a
If it ain't
job.
positive, I don't want it in my life.
Yeah, facts. So like I said, if it in a God forbid something happens to me, I'm like, okay, you read it, you didn't like it, but I'm not even gonna respond.
You
Like,
don't have to like it. Everything ain't for everybody. But if you're a real reader, like I said previously to you, and I read people's stuff, and I was like, oh, this is not for me. Doesn't mean I tell people like one of my friends, you always give everybody 5 to 4 stars. I said because if it's a good story, it's a good story.
yeah,
It might not be a story for me, but I could take my personal opinion, and be like, okay, this was a well written story. I might not like what it was about, but I could say it was a good freaking story. I'm not gonna give him a 2 because they shot up the whole block. I could see why he shot up the whole neighborhood.
hmm,
So it still was a good story. But I continue to read, like I'll read a whole series. Don't even like, but I'm like, it's not something I would go and pick up like, oh, let me read her book. But I'll finish the series and be like, now if you're into X, Y, and Z, this book will be perfect for you.
yeah.
I like Hallmark, okay, and I just want all the characters to look like me. That's what I like, and that's what I want to read.
Period.
But if I read something for someone else that is not like that, I'm gonna give my honest opinion. I don't like a lot of profanity in the stuff I read because I don't swear. So I don't. I just feel like we're better people, and I want to read realistic people like who I am
Hmm.
because there's so many of us out here. We're teachers, we're lawyers, we're doctors, we're mechanics, we're contractors, we're hairstylists, we're all types of stuff. So we're not one dimensional.
Hmm.
I want to read a little bit of everything. Like I like a little hood because hello, who doesn't like a little hood?
Yeah.
It just can't be all hood all the time. Like I don't want all Jesus all the time, but I love my Jesus, don't get me wrong. But it's called balance. Like I love stories that are diverse. Even like this one, like you took it so many different places. That's why you can have multiple sequels. I'm going to keep it going, but the story was just a genuinely good story
Thank you.
with different layers, and you did develop your characters. And as one and two, if your book is 200 and some pages, not like it's a freaking 500-page novel. So what are people expecting now? Sequels, I am expecting. I want more. Call me greedy, call me big bad. In the book world,
Okay.
I am.
Sequels are
I
just low
want
key
more.
kind of hard though, because you've read Sweet and Sour and let and Let me show you. The third book is coming. The third book I'm writing. Hopefully, start writing that at the end of next month, so I could try to release it during Thanksgiving of next year. That book should have been out like 2, 3 years ago.
It's okay.
But it's so hard to write a sequel because you got it. Like you want to make sure everything is not necessarily perfect, but everything is on like the timeline of correct.
Yeah.
So
You got it.
I know. I just gotta get it. I just gotta honestly just push myself to do it because I love, and like I said, even with Anthony and Michelle being my first ones, Sunny and Cherish, though those are the characters that actually put me on the map. That's the Sweet and Sour is the book that
I
actually
think I
gave
read that
me,
one. Look at my Goodreads. I think you won that first. I'm like, I already read it.
yeah. Sweet and Sour is definitely the book that legit put me on the top black and I was number 8 on the Black and African American erotica list on Amazon.
Yeah, I read Sweet and Sour, and then Let Me Show You.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, I always go if when I saw your name on Alexandria House School, I'm like, what series does she has? I love it because I feel like you get to know a writer better through their series.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree with that.
Because then you can't talk about writer development because first of all, it's 100 million pages. You know what the heck is going on. So they're full of crap. So I went and found that series, and when you said it, I could have read the book, but I'm like, I had to do that for another author, which was fine.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the time it took me to reread that book, I could have read another book. Mm-hmm. I don't get extra points on my Goodread and goal of the year.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense.
But it's also there's still good books because I still enjoy. I still love the book when I reread the book, but I still feel like I think it wasn't my first initial response, even though I loved it because it was one of my favorite stories. But I still feel like it gives you and the reader like a disservice. Like I'm not like giving like my authentic like, oh guys, this is what I think. Like this book, I waited. I said, no, everybody knows you. I'm like, I know I don't read the book until a week off because I need to be me. And that's why I knew I need a sequel. I was honored that we read the first one, but that's why God had you switch it so that I can tell you this is what you need to be doing. Okay. Girl, I'm had to mute myself because my daughter's making brownies.
No, you good.
I'm like, Jay, take the brownies. She goes, Mom, I already take it. I said, okay, because I knew I was smelling them. I don't want you to burn up and stuff because I'm on my. You good. Mommy duties never ends. I'm like, is she burning up the brownie? Oh, but look at her trying to be a little cooked up, so she already did. She clocked my teeth. Period. Period. But honestly, Sedona, first of all my other authors who out there who are probably watching this, you should be. Don't be letting these hot mess, no readers, talk about what y'all do and what y'all don't do because everybody could talk. But what are you? Are you a writer? Are you encouraging people? It's so much negativity out here. I enjoy your books. Even so, I was like, I knew the crazy part about I said this gotta be one of her first books because I could tell from the writing. You don't write the same.
No, I don't. I do not.
Like, even like eras or punctuation, all those type, everything. I'm like, you could tell this is her first book versus the book I read now.
And that's the goal. I feel like even with me being, I still call myself a baby author. I don't care how long I've been doing it. I still call myself a baby author. My goal is to better myself as a writer. That's like the main thing is to better myself. I don't really care. Well, not gonna lie. When I first started, I thought I was like going to be like, boom, blow up. But then I got a reality check, realized you're not that. So, but overall, I feel like my main goal is to just keep writing, keep finding my core audience. Hopefully, somebody said, I prayed that the people that I met at house party read my book, liked my book, and be like, oh, I want more for her. And just to be alone, like being there as a person, like being there with that list was an honor. Now, mind you, I got the chance to interview Alexandria House about maybe 2 years ago before the event. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about it. And at the time, it was supposed to be in DC. So after the interview was over, I was like, so what I got to do, to be a part of house party. And she was like, well, do you want to be like an influencer or do you want to be like, or like, a participant? I was like, participant if possible, but if not, I don't mind being an influencer. She was like, okay, cool. Never in my thousand years I thought I would get that invite. Think congratulations invite. Never thought I would get that. And then getting it and then realizing who was on there, I was like, oh shit. I was like, me with people like that, like what the hell? So I was nervous. I was excited, and I know a lot of people was like, "Oh, she's so sweet." Girl, I was terrified. And dealing with anxiety, I had my little squid plushie. So every time I would start getting anxious, I started squishing it. And my best friend was like, "You got this. It's okay. Relax, breathe." So I was honored and just thankful that even though I didn't sell out, the fact of the matter is I was there. I was in the room.
And look how much more you're expanding.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Because I just met you and I just realized I read more than half your
And I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
I'm gonna read your whole catalog. Probably before the end of the year, I have your whole catalog back.
Appreciate that.
Because I honestly back up what I preach. I started this podcast, mind you, Alexander House, her or Alexander Warren was the first people I ever interviewed on my sister's podcast.
Oh wow.
Pandemic. Because I was like, we were talking. I'm like, these authors. She's like, we should interview them because she does interviews and stuff like that. I was like, sure, let's, because I have my own podcast just talking about travel because I have a travel business. But I read, and I was there, so we did, and then I went to so she was one of the first people, and that's when she didn't. You know how so old she didn't have her face on the thing.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a picture. Yeah,
it was a picture. So. But she still did it, and we talked about "Let Me Love You" series. You know what I'm saying? Because I love that freaking series.
I love it too. Neil is my baby. I love me some Neil.
No, wait, Neil. No? No, I like the other one.
You like Nolan?
That's the poet, the one who was drunk.
No, Neil's the poet.
The one who had alcohol problem. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love him.
I love that. I love that book.
He's the best character. Yeah. I told her she could have made him like, oh my god, don't get me started with him. I love him. Like how he's so pro-black and oof. Girl, we're not supposed to talk about that book. We're talking about your book.
I'm sorry.
But that's it. So I interviewed her when I started this podcast 2 years ago. I was at Indie Love. Oh. I went with girlfriends because I'm a travel. So I'm like, let's go to New Orleans. We had like matching shirts. We did all types of
I can't hear you. Can't hear you. It's on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I started this podcast 2 years ago at Indie Love because I was there with a whole bunch of girlfriends of mine. I was like, hey, I'm going to this reading thing, but it's in New Orleans. Who wants to go? Because I'm about to book up the weekend. Like we're gonna be out here, really out here. So I did a whole itinerary, including the book expo. Period. And then everybody, like we were just meeting people, and they were like, all my girlfriends, they go, how y'all doing all this stuff? They're like, oh, Whitney Escape. You don't know Whitney? Like, still like, no. Everybody go, I want to join your book club. I said, you know what? I'm going to start an online book club. And that's how I started this online book club. And like all the authors, once again, I read something from everybody. I buy a book from everybody because at the end of the day, I tell people, even if you don't support me, I support you.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I can't, like you said, my core people are my people. Either you want to work with me or you want to see me blossom or you don't, but it doesn't change how I feel or how I operate. Because then that means I'm doing it for something. It's not genuine anymore. And when I saw you, I said, you want to be on my podcast? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay.
Like, give me information. I don't mind. Yeah.
I was like, hi, remember me? You say you want to be on, you still want to come on? I knew you was new. And that's why I said I want to have her started. Because I think it'll be great to introduce her to like new people. I thought your work was great. And I could tell when I read your book, I said, I wonder if this is one of her first, because I could tell the difference between writing, but I still love the story.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I said, oh my God, this is perfect. It's your anniversary. We had your first book. And it's just been a pleasure.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, I'm not a lie. That's one thing. You can look at all my stuff. I don't lie. I enjoyed this story so much, and I hope whoever didn't read it go back and read it because I really didn't get spoilers. We were just really just having a great conversation.
Yeah,
And Miss Sedona is going to continue to write about these characters, and we're going to be the first to know.
next year.
Hey, that means we got
2026,
time to catch up on all her stuff.
2026, for
And then when
sure.
she added new books, we be right there. Like, you don't gotta catch it because some of these authors be dropping stuff way too fast. I'm like, yo, I got other authors I like too. Like, I can't.
I got so much to read, and I'm reading physical books, and then I have my Kindle. And I work at a library, so when I'm on desk, if I nobody like if a patient doesn't really need me, I'm reading, catching up like with my Kindle list, plus reading physical. So it's a lot. But
I get it.
yeah, so next for me is my new book out, hopefully coming out sometime, hopefully next month sometime. It's called Cute Meat Love. We're going to Ruby Hills, which is a my very small town community. Catalea is that's the female main character. She is from my Miami city of Coconut Bay. She is the owner of Frosted Feelings, which is a donut shop.
Mm,
And because they got successful there, she decided to make the second location in Ruby Hills because she has connections. Her grandmother is basically a very popular figure, and her mom's from there. And then JC on Phoenix, that's the male character. He is originally from there, and he's a physical therapist with his own physical therapy clinic. So they live across the hall from each other.
mm.
And how they meet is even though he saw her at church, but they meet because she knocks on his door asking for sugar to finish her donuts.
Look at that. I like how this is. Ooh,
And
God.
from there, that's when everything kind of goes off. I will say it is a very short story. Definitely friend, like basically friend oriented. I love her sister Oasis. Love her a lot. And it is a happy for now story. I will say that as of right now, I don't know if I'm coming back to them or not, but that will not be the last of that area because there's one character that will have his own story along with his siblings of that story. So that's that. The other book that I'm writing on is a Halloween erotica. It's called Scaredy Cat. And it's in that's in Coconut Bay, basically where all the billionaires are. I will say it's
Mm-hmm.
my first female male uh trope that I'm writing. Like I said, it's age gap. Um, the male character is a billionaire, and his wife knows the actual main character because they went to college together.
Ooh.
So that's that. Then the next book will be the ending of Cherish and Sunny, their wedding finally, and it will come with not a lot of drama, but just a tad bit more so family drama. Because every time somebody try to have a wedding, there's always somebody who ain't married or ain't even in a relationship always got some shit to say. So that's coming hopefully in November, and in December, I'm probably gonna go back to Ruby, or we're going back to Jones for a little very short Christmas book, and that's it. But 2026 is the year of series for me. If you read Out with the Old, which was my first book I released this year, and this is the cover. Solani Liberty, she's the third child of the Liberty series, of the Liberty siblings, and they are based in Amethyst Falls, which is basically my sports town base area. Her family is very, very well known in the real estate industry, and each sibling is basically head or is in the realm as well. So Solani, she is the head of the interior decoration area. The little sister Savaja, she is the head of construction. Their older brother Kyron, he is a real estate agent, and then their oldest sister, um, Shorsei, she is a lawyer, a real estate lawyer. So
Okay.
all four of them will have their own book. And then we're going back to Ruby because one of the main characters in Cute Me Love, he will have his own story along with two of his siblings. And then I possibly am going to do my first dark romance. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, she got the erotica. She's doing a series. Now she's doing a dark romance.
I
You
got a
out
dark
here
romance. I
big
have a
book.
cover that I got from Aubrey Penn, and it just screamed dark romance to me.
Mm.
It just screamed it. So I was like, I'm gonna, I was like, forget it. Next year, I'm just gonna throw it, and if it sticks, sticks. Cool. So got that, and then hopefully dive back into the Close to You universe.
I think you should. I feel like that'll be a good thing.
Yeah, if not, definitely probably do maybe a short with Anthony Michelle, see where that goes, and then go from there. And that's really it for books wise. Event wise, I am in the Love in the Carolinas that's happening MLK weekend of 2026 of next year, and that's in Florence. And Florence is only about an hour and a half away from me, if that. So if you're in South Carolina or in the surrounding areas, tickets are on sale now. And my pre-order sale is on now as well until November 30th. And that's really about it for me. The goal is trying to at least write 4 books next year. If I could get 5, that'd be great. But as of right now, it's 4. I realize being 4 years old now, I have to do what's for me. Granted, I would love to push out books, but I got a job. And my books aren't really making it to where I can leave that job to do full time. I would love to do full time, but it's not at that moment right now, and I'm okay with that. And I realized that I had to get out of my own head when it came to imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
I was horrible with it. There were so many times that I wanted to quit because I'm like, I'm not where they are.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I can get there, but I just have to basically go on my own path.
That part.
And once I put that in my mental and realized that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put out a book. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna do it on my own period, my own time. And if my OGs will be there for me, they're gonna be there. If not, it is what it is. So that's really kind of all I have planned. Like I said, I got 3 more, hopefully 3 more. I know for 2, sure. And for 2, definitely 2 for sure. Scaredy
Mm-hmm.
Cat and then Here and Now, which is Sunny and Cherish's book. I'm gonna try to push for the 3rd, but if not, 2 more books for me, and then next year will be the year of the series. So yeah.
Look at that. So, guys, catch up on everything she's writing. You can see her name is Sedona Love. She's on social media, the same thing.
Yes.
What do I have coming up that I need to tell you guys about? Oh yeah, Whitney's family friend vacation, which is August of 2026. We're going to
Ooh,
Jamaica. So
good.
make sure you guys get your spots. I am booking really fast, but I would love to have the whole property. So all my friends and family, call me so we can get you your rooms and everything all situated. Thank you for everyone who already called. Book recommendation first. What?
What recommendations first given
For
so
mental health matter.
let's take it carefully. Dogmas of the Church book by Harry. Okay.
Okay, I don't know. Okay,
All right, don't know
I'll
that.
look into that later because that totally took me on a crazy path of I don't know. Oh yeah,
Okay.
my family and friends trip is open to all family and friends. If you consider yourself a family member to me, if you consider yourself a friend, you are welcome to join us into Jamaica of 2026 August because you know I'm all about love and coming together and having new experience. This is probably the only time I do Jamaica because it's probably my 8th time in Jamaica.
Oh,
Every year I'm gonna do somewhere different, but I know a lot of people said they haven't been there. So hit me up if you don't have your passports. I'll help you get that and all that good stuff. But that's my biggest thing, and every year we'll be doing a different destination. So if you haven't been to Jamaica, you want to go have a great time. Holla at your girl. Um, please follow me and Sedona on all social media platform. You know I'm Winnie Escapes on everything. You see Sedona Love, follow her, get the book. If you haven't read this book, please go back and read it so you can understand the discussion. And Miss Sedona Love, I want to thank you personally for coming on here, joining
thank you
me.
for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Please keep me updated with all your stuff.
Well, for sure.
I can read everything because I do get busy. But if I see a DM, hey, I dropped this book, I will definitely put it in my Kindle and I go back and read everything that I downloaded so I know that I'm supposed to read this
I
book.
appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely keep you updated for sure.
Yes. Guys, thank you for always for joining me. As you know, I don't know what platform that person was on the YouTube, but if you're on the YouTube, if you're on the IG, if you're on the Facebook, if you're on wherever you see me streaming, I appreciate you for joining us. And like always, have a great, blessed day.
See ya.
Do you work too much, constantly on the go, miss hanging out with friends, family, or even yourself? Do you ever feel like you need an escape? Whitney's Escapes is here to help with just that. We specialize in family travel, autism travel, group trips, vacations, staycations, and more. So when you're ready for your next escape, make sure you contact us at whitneysescapes.com. Follow us on social media at Whitney's Escapes as well. Whitney's Escapes, where your dreams become your reality.